And Dr. Afario is available to be recruited.
Hello, don't make me a champ. Let's go to play stuff now.
Evil instructive. Really, how many things had to go right for him to enact this incredibly incoherent plan? Also, did Almanza pick a loan from the bank to execute his evil plan? He's just rolling deep with salsa money. And if he is, why the hell is he bothering him? Instead of being in Almanza's place, where there are many more evil minions that could use that antidote, this castle door opens to a ton of wild, uncontrolled evil minion assholes. None of them leave the area. I mean, why are they doing anything Almanza wants? Jesus, another Dr. Afario ex machina for the second movie in a row. This movie is the laziest attempt to be ambitious I've ever seen. What's happening? For my minions! Where the balls has Almanza been? It's been an uninvited visitor, an evil minion uprising, and a fucking firefight full of antidote going on for the last several minutes. I imagine the pitch for this last act was something like, the Green Goblin Wolverine takes the serum and becomes Grimace, who King Kong for a little bit. But then Harry Potter remembered he has the basilisk tooth, and then the bad guy does Jim Carrey impression before he's defeated. Also, when Almanza demonstrated the power of this serum, he showed the Ken monster get shot and burned and eat a police car. All those things seem more dangerous than a taser. Here we see Gru tase this supposedly indestructible purple monster Almanza, and he reacts just like a normal person. Well, we're done with the villain, but there's 10 minutes of runtime left, so we'll definitely get a bunch of singing minion boys. Also, I'm really annoyed that even though the minions are dressed like Backstreet Boys, they're singing I Swear, which was performed by the greatly superior boy band All for One. Wow, you think this minion orgy is bad at the end of the movie? What's even worse is they invited the woman they drugged, tortured, and left for dead. And she showed up. In case it's been unclear before, I'll say it again. These post-credit scenes come right in here.
That kid is back on the escalator again. What? The flowers are still dead. Lucy, these are my garments.
I suffer from voice demoniasis. I'm unable to control the pitch or volume of my voice.
Those are the most annoying sound in the world.
I really need you to make a choice, honey.
Welcome to Germany.
On fiddle there. Our four.
Sounds straight. Very aggressive.
It's birds. Yeah. Lots of space in this mall.
Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, happy, happy.
I have been stabbed, shot, poisoned, frozen, hung, electrocuted, and burned. There may be no movie more full of unhealthy snacking than Despicable Me 2. Jams, jellies, cupcakes, candies, sweets, cookies, and even a freaking tortilla sombrero, which I think we all know where they got that idea.
Nacho man. I want to be a nacho man.
Drew needs him some nature bucks. With the minions and now kids, he's got a lot of responsibility here. And he's just letting all those mouths spread on unhealthy foods. What a jerk.
You're evil.
If Bruce had been to naturebox.com/citizens and signed up there, he'd even get 3 free snacks in his first order. That's a reason to get excited. And let's get real for a second. We talk a lot about how healthy NatureBox's snacks are, for good reason. But let it not be lost in that discussion that these snacks also taste amazing. It's like a taste explosion. I don't know. Bruce little runts and minions only to realize they're eating healthy. They will be completely fooled.
You couldn't fool your mother on the foolingest day of your life if you had an electrified fooling machine.
We want you on this NatureBox train with us. All you have to do is go to naturebox.com/citizens. You'll get 3 free snacks with your first order. And they ship to your door, and they replace any snacks you don't like. And what exactly are you waiting for? Get feed to a computer. This should be you. naturebox.com/citizens. This already annoying logo, which I'm going to go ahead and give 5 cents for, produces the first part joke in under a minute of the movie's runtime. The rulebook states that if the joke of this nature occurs in under a minute, then the movie shall be levied a park tax of 10 more cents.
But it all came to an end in season 3.
I've been a bad boy.
So Balthazar going to puberty just now on the show, and they continue filming? Leading adults, no wonder. This leads me to wonder who's watching this hard copy show. Why is this the format they use for Balthazar's backstory if we're just going to cut to the present day version?
Playing a villain on TV was fun, but being one in real life is even better.
Trey Parker voiced the character in a Despicable Me movie, and I couldn't be more shocked if they announced a Basketball 2. Also, post-position. Or is it post-position? I guess it's post-position. Also introducing Balthazar Brett, a character that seems entirely inspired by Peter Dinklage's character in Pixels, which was based on Billy Mitchell from The King of Power. But mostly the Pixels thing because it sucks. Balthazar made a mixtape that has love songs on one side and heist music on another. I know this is a cartoon, but who does that? Also, when Clyde flips over the tape, he flips it at 180 degrees right to left, making this cassette player nigh impossible. This is a terrible movie, but it's even worse when you realize that a significant portion of the budget was used to get the rights to a Michael Jackson song. Even if Balthazar is the sneakiest character in the world, his speedboat should have already announced his presence to these two ships, even if the lookout is only concerned with looking in one direction. Nice try at pettiness illumination, but you can really only start throwing shade after you've made something as good as Finding Nemo. Any explanation given for how the convenient weaponized bubblegum works? No? God, this movie already. And it hasn't even been 5 minutes. Silence sounded the alarm about the heist after it was ongoing. Balthazar just got the diamond. So how did Prue and Lucy get here so fast? Were they just out riding around in their torpedoes for fun? In the exact location as the ship with the diamond?
Getting away! That's crazy!
This is really the faster form of transportation. Why didn't they ride these for the entire time?
You guys are so cute.
This girl who thinks the minions are cute must have missed out on all the assholes in the world using these fuckers as teeth-grinding memes for the last 7 years. You'd think after just one time having a weapon knocked out of these guys' hands, they'd stop standing so close to each other. But that would ruin whatever gag this is supposed to be. Jesus Christ, in the first 7 minutes alone, they've packed in at least 7,534 80s references. Can't wait till they get to the slap bracelets in Act 2.
Happy birthday, dear Dan!
Funny bit. But if Prue's this close to the window, that means this building is currently being destroyed by the floating ship. So are these beach bays actually going to these minions? I'm not judging. I just want to know how it's supposed to work. And if they have the proper protection against minions. No one on this beach either noticed or cared that a giant freighter floating above their heads is being boarded by heavily armed government agents. There must be some awesome money available at this beach. Why even bother with the subterfuge of disguising the entrance to the headquarters if the transport occurs out in the wide open? Is everyone in this universe incapable of looking up?
Which one is the loser that Agent Prue?
Now reenacted her hostile takeover of the ABL and was promoted from the head office, but she doesn't know who fucking Drew is, either from his villain or hero days.
Oh, it's the girls!
Who apparently don't age over the course of 7 years of movies.
How could you let Balthazar Brett, the ABL's most wanted villain, just get away?
Wait, Balthazar is the ABL's most wanted villain? So why didn't you send
Everyone!
I was an FBI agent in the area, overseeing immediately.
Simon told everyone in the area to go there, but how was that only Drew and Lucy? Are they based in Miami? This highly secretive agency feels the best way to fire their agents is to throw them out in the clear view of the public.
Today, Lucy and I were invited to not work at the ABL anymore.
What's the problem, though? Sure, the agency's probably provided some good benefits, but Drew was independently wealthy, even after he stopped being a villain in the last movie. Censorship.
You can gamble online. After Katie's that does.
Let's not go over to Candy's house anymore.
Drew still has minions and a ton of weaponry, but bans the kids from being exposed to the real evil, like PokerStars.com. Also, you do this highlight reel of good Drew and evil Drew couldn't go without at least 2 jokes.
Lisa mi lipo, pomodoro la conflict.
Over 2 movies, Drew hasn't said in Minionese, but almost suddenly breaks that stuff here. Almost a serviceman with a funny joke.
You guys don't stop right now. There will be consequences.
I was trying to normalize the minions here, but if they're so fixated on Billy, why didn't they strike during the last movie when they had the exact same reservations? In case you confused it with Paris Sierra Leone.
The chief of police sent me. He was concerned that during the recent heist attempt, the move the diamond was replaced with a phone.
Find out later this is Balthazar in disguise, but seriously, wouldn't a museum have already conducted this test? And then wonder why the police chief is telling a gem expert to go to the museum unannounced? I guess a villain needs to make a dramatic escape in most instances, but can he just walk out the front door? He sleep-darted the entire museum staff. As I was saying.
Good night.
Considering Drew just committed an extremely casual homicide, he may as well go back into full villainy.
After you and your brother were born, your father and I divorced.
him at the exact moment you guys fell out of love, decided to divorce, and separate the kids with a short burst of Polaroids.
We each took one son to raise on our own and promised never to see each other again.
And this agreement was totally fine within whatever laws were in place at the time. Also, why did Drew wait so long to contact Ruth? Just because their parents divorced, it doesn't mean he wasn't allowed to find it all this time.
This is the family business. The largest pig farm in the whole of Ethiopia.
Hard to believe the big farm's still in business, considering they just leave these assholes anywhere around the property, including their own way.
No, that's my private farm.
Holy shit, I just sighed so hard I cracked a rib. It's almost like they told Steve Carell, try to do something more annoying than the Minions. This is what happened after tape 1,057.
How did my brother find a wife like you when he is so bold?
That's the oldest.
Yes, it's bad.
Drew was super goddamn excited about meeting his twin, who's been nothing but nice to his family, but one crap about him being bald immediately softened his brother corner.
Now you can be as evil as South as our bride.
How the hell was this show a hit? Even Frank's considered cool and he does a bunch of evil shit, right? Were kids ready for the anti-hero concept back then?
It's too bad Crew won't be around to try to stop me.
How does Brad know that Drew was fired? Does he have an unexplained mold deep in the ADL's HR department?
The pig farm was just a cover for the real family business.
Damn, Drew wasted no time in telling Drew about his sinister family background. How does he know Drew's not still working for the ADL?
How, Dad?
Was it villain? Not just a villain, but one of the greatest of all time.
Drew worked for the ADL, where surely someone would make mention that his dad was a villain, unless the ADL simply erases all evidence of all the villains they've ever come out. Even though the front of the car is pointing down during the film, this grappling boat shoots at the top of the cliff, because this franchise has a big, meaty middle finger for those of you who believe in like physics.
Don't take a bite of his cheek, young lady. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen?
Lucy encourages Margot to not only approach strange foreign men, but also to eat whatever they have in their hands. One-eyed bartender temporarily forgets which eye he's lost. Don't try and tell me this is a subtle clue that he's faking the one eye thing, because this movie is anything but subtle.
Did you just steal candy?
He's Bill at the cops mobilized fast to put his state and that candy truck out. Also, a candy truck isn't open during the middle of the day. What about the festival that's happening nearby? Are we saying these pigs can catch up to the souped-up opera? Earlier, I thought it was amusing that Evil Brat was outrunning the cops in his big wheel because that's something an 80s kid show might do. But now I'm thinking this movie believes non-engine vehicles can compete with cars.
That was crazy. We're so close to getting busted.
But they just went through the wall of the town, right? Those cops were relentless during this chase, but just gave up when they encountered a hole in the ground. Sure, everyone in this supposedly realistic Southern California city just ignored the army of cirrhosis pills walking down the sidewalk. And this pizza delivery guy and his never-ending stack of pizzas that go past the letterboxing. You're telling me the restaurant allows him to deliver pizzas in a way that will cause lost inventory and 75% of their profits? Car required, asshole. So wait, this poster is advertising a show called Sing. But this is not the movie that came out 6 months before this one. It's just another thing called Sing! Exclamation point. Originality much movie. Also, if they are related, I want to see a universe where Seth MacFarlane and Trey Parker have to do a scene together, especially after that whole Cartoon Wars thing a few years ago. The Minions were able to walk through the backstage production and on the stage of a currently filming singing competition, because we quickly run out of situations to put these little quads into. Also, characters running through a Hollywood studio find themselves on soundstage during filming and nobody thinks they're good. Way too late or much dumber cliche. The scene is a humorous inside joke, because a pile of pink toilet paper is exactly how this script was provided to the cast. Is it just me, or is there something a bit off about this movie? They introduce a main antagonist like Balthazar, then go to another story entirely with Drew's twin brother, which makes it seem like two different movies were being made at the same time, spliced together at the last minute.
Of course we see this.
I know this is played for laughs, but why did they pick Fritz to constantly shun in this movie? Does he have a dark past that we don't know about? Even though Drew's house is 3 times as large as Drew's, they still put the girls in the same room together, complete with a dangerous triple bunk, and a ridiculous ladder no child should ever climb.
It might not be good unicorn finding weather.
Oh yeah, let's not forget the sea story in this movie. Agnes' attempt to find a unicorn. Beginning to wonder if they're going to fit Sandman and Zen into this thing. It's funny, couldn't screw. Wait, these assholes were prosecuted for walking on the studio lot and shooting within hours? God damn. Well, this movie was just going to be silly and annoying with the other two Despicable Me's, but this genuinely sucks. I've never seen a movie this short waste so much time. Also, man, clubs sure are funny, aren't they? You stop your movie with stupid little animated banana Tic Tacs, just slap a butt on there, and instant comedy fucking gold. You movie, there was no emotional connection between Drew and the Minions but worn out, and he certainly was never shown taking anything fishing. Also, according to this shot, we've got roughly 5 minutes before the Earth is swallowed by the sun. When the movie told us that Agnes was going to seek out a unicorn in the forest, I thought that meant with adult supervision. Lucy flipped out earlier when How many unnecessary subplots are there in this movie that's mostly about the rivalry between Gru and Brett? Is Margo still hanging out with the dude that gave her the cheese? Will Edith continue her torturous pursuit of Fritz? Will the minions ever do anything entertaining?
Okay, this is Brad's lair.
Wait, I thought earlier it was a big deal that he escaped because, well, you didn't know where he would go after escaping. But you know where his lair is, and the ABL is a well-funded organization committed to stopping violence, so I don't see the problem. Even if his lair was considered impenetrable, you're about to do this job with 2 people.
It may not look like much, but this place is armed with some of the most high-tech weaponry known to man.
How is it that Brett developed all this evil tech by himself? It's not like his character was described as a super genius. He was just a failed child star. And even though he probably had some scratch from evil Brett, it only lasted less than 3 seasons, so the fact that he's enormously wealthy is also symbolic.
Hello, my schmoopsy fool.
Damn, I didn't realize Harvey Weinstein had a son that lived in Fredonia. How stupid is this movie? Wait, is Brett later seriously within easy boating distance of Fredonia? It's styled as a European country, and Gru is in California, so where the heck are we?
I miss the minions.
I don't. Wait, camouflage mode. I was able to go into camouflage mode and stay in sticky mode. When we saw Gru going through the options, it seemed pretty clear that you could only pick one mode. If you could do both, then why even bother doing this mission without it?
It's a scanning device.
Even though the rockets are pointed specifically at Gru, the scanning device has a flare for the chromatic and starts on the other side of the wall. And these sticky suits here are only sticky when the plot demands them to be. Also, Gru made the plan to break into Brad's lair before he even knew the suits existed. So how the hell did he think he would get in? This plan is highly dependent on these suits. So it looks like someone's been reading the comic Gru. And finally got to the section on Gru's tonight. Balthazar's lair is impenetrable, except if you want to burn a hole around an AC unit. Wow, the minions are committed to this escape plan. Considering this little guy is being actively stung, what kind of air conditioning unit has a panel connected to a carpeted floor? Gru and Gru just happened to be here at the exact time Brad set his alarm to put his evil plan into action. Also, this could have been a good time to turn on that camouflage feature these suits have. Getting shot in the eye with this laser causes tinnitus because the writers have clearly lost control of their senses.
Go get him, Brad!
Not only did Brad have all these dolls programmed to kill, he had them all in boxes able to be synchronized to voice commands. Keep in mind that this technological genius still watches VHS tapes. Lucy, that's Sandra. But how did she know they were here? What did she think she was going to do with this helicopter? Didn't Gru tell her that this layer was impenetrable and had a defense system that would shoot missiles at anyone who got close?
Look, we got the diamond! And we're going to make it to the ABL and get our job back!
Yeah, but Gru already had the diamond after the last encounter with Brett. It was the fact that he couldn't catch him that got him fired. So this plan was faulty from the start. Indians singing 99 bottles of beer on the wall is a new chalkboard scratching standard for the Despicable Me franchise. I hate you so much. It's kind of plain as a chain lock.
Now that's what I call acting!
Even if I believe Balthazar could disguise himself exactly like Lucy, I could never believe he imitated her voice so perfectly. Also, this reveal is one of the most brain-twisting logic problems we've ever encountered in a movie. How did he even get here, especially this fast? Because he could have been disguised as Lucy here. Lucy saved them from the spies. I asked why bother? And if he used a helicopter from his own lair, there should have been a helicopter waiting at Gru's mansion. He could have flown to Gru, stole his helicopter, and back to his own lair in time is fundamentally silly. Especially since he didn't know Gru existed 5 minutes ago. The plane they're currently in is the same plane Gru and his family arrived on, so he didn't use that to get here. So what the f***ing movie?
He took the girl!
I mean, even more bullshit, right? I guess if Balthazar snuck in, overpowered Lucy, and stole her identity, she could assume he took the girls. But there's no way of knowing that, since she was tied up in the closet the whole time.
What? Now?
So were the minions flying to Fredonia? They didn't know that's where Gru and company are. God damn, this movie has no sense of where people and creatures are. Okay, so how did Gru know where Balthazar went? Remember, Balthazar took off in Gru's plane, then showed up to Hollywood inside a giant evil brat, which means he had to go back to his lair to get that. Then he spent the rest of the time underwater from wherever his lair is to Hollywood, and Gru should have no idea where he was. Also, where the are things in this world? They go from Miami to Fredonia to Hollywood to wherever they want. I guess a trip to the local grocery store.
I see the tentacles! He's going to bubble up the whole city and send it up in his face!
I saw this episode too. It was called Age of Ultron. People taking selfies in front of really dangerous cliche. Wait, I thought this bubblegum was sticky, so Lucy should be going absolutely nowhere in this city. All these missiles make a direct hit on the giant robot, which must have all been set to mildly inconvenience. Brett fell from his perch by the Hollywood side, so how is he able to continue to laser this circle? He's basically at sea level. No! Good guess, but how does Gru know that this was Gru's doing? He passed out from the fall before Gru even got close to the robot. When archaeologists dig up the sedimentary layer we're all buried under 10,000 years from now, they're going to find way too many movies from this era that somehow end with a humorous hand fight. Great, I went through this whole movie just to see a villain being carried scurry away like a giant bubble ball hanging from his wall set.
I'm back on the job, so no villainy tonight.
Lucy had time to show us a minion prison montage, but there's no time to show us how Brew and Lucy got the jobs back.
What is happening?
It's coming from outside.
Well, it's not waking anyone else in the neighborhood up.
Somebody's got to keep the family tradition alive.
Drew, unshooting character from start to finish, is supposed to be the villain with the Despicable Me 4. Count me out.
Hey, look, Billy. That really shook the clothes. I can almost touch it. Would you like some of my cheese?
It's like you're dreaming about gorgonzola cheese when it's clearly free time, baby.
Can't move.
I present you with me to confirm my engagement to the doctor. Arresting me for what? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself. I thought this was America.
You got fired.
No, 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 no!
That guy looks cold.
And now, it's your turn.
Stop. Please go away. Please go away.
No.
Please.